Assalamu alaikum. While I usually don't do this, but recently, as I've explained in another post as well, it has gotten pretty frustrating to see that even हमारे prime minister level पे, that is like the highest authority level, वहाँ पे भी जो rape का actual जो cause है उसको address नहीं किया जा रहा, rather than evasive statements दी जा रही हैं and victim blaming की जा रही है. That is highly disgraceful, highly depressing for me as well. Someone uh, who would want to see betterment in for our country. So, especially, I've been more vocal. I've been more impulsive in my opinions as well. But recently, I just found that I think everybody should know, and this addresses one of the core issues that is happening around here. People don't have a structured way of doing a debate, and they can, I mean, just like throw around references without even like going to check over them. Uh, so let me share with you what I found. I had shared this post ke 8-year-old Madiha in Hangu, 4-year-old girl in Koha, 2-year-old girl in Charsada, what were they wearing? So the argument over here is ke if you're blaming the sexualization of everything, the cause of rape, then where is the sexualization over here? So uspe we went along and we were discussing in like some detail or whatever. And while I had presented the Shahzeb Khanzada's video as a reference, that those researches conducted by institutions such as the Justice Department of the US or some others, they are a good source in telling that power is the actual cause of rape, not the sexualization of anything. Okay, so in response, I got presented with this video by Saad Malik, and just last night I went over it and I got to this page where he is explaining, and he is, as a relief, he is quoting some researchers, so that's a good point. Now, at this point, he quotes research, and let me just show you where that begins. And I'm going to show you his entire take on that research, and then we're actually going to go to that research and see what happens there.
मैं आपके सामने एक रिसर्च पेश करता हूं जिसका नाम है द साइकिल ऑफ अब्यूज व्हेन विक्टिम्स बिकम ऑफेंडर्स published in July of 2016 by Mallory Plummer and Annie Cossins. इस रिसर्च में उन्होंने एक डायरेक्ट कोरिलेशन एस्टैब्लिश किया है बिटवीन चिल्ड्रन हु गो थ्रू डोमेस्टिक अब्यूज, स्पेशली जिसको चाइल्ड सेक्सुअल अब्यूज कहते हैं, एंड देम बिकमिंग रेपिस्ट्स व्हेन दे ग्रो अप. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि हर बच्चा जो कि डोमेस्टिक अब्यूज से गुजरता है, सेक्सुअल अब्यूज से गुजरता है, वो बड़े होकर रेपिस्ट ही बनता है. ऐसा नहीं है. लेकिन बहुत सारे रेपिस्ट ऐसे हैं जिनके साथ बचपन में खुद बहुत ज्यादतियां हुई हैं. तो पहली वजह क्या है कि अगर हमारे घर में बच्चों को एक अच्छा एनवायरनमेंट दिया जाए जहां पे अब्बा जान अम्मी को मारते ना हो, अम्मी जो है बच्चों के ऊपर गुस्सा और मारपीट ना करती हो, तो वो एक खुशहाल घराना होगा जहां पे किसी किस्म की भी नेगेटिव सेंटिमेंट्स डेवलप नहीं होंगे. तो सबसे पहले अगर आपने माशरे में से वायलेंट क्राइम्स को एलिमिनेट करना है और इस किस्म के अब्यूज केसेस को एलिमिनेट करना है, तो इट ऑल स्टार्ट्स विद अ हैप्पी होम. दूसरा बहुत अहम सवाल जो मैं पूछना.
So this is his entire take on that research, and उन्होंने कहा है कि there is a link in the description. So, but I didn't go from there. I didn't see that before, but I just did a simple DuckDuckGo search, and it got me to this research paper, and I started reading the abstract. I have, even as of now, I have not read the whole paper, but I just got like a pretty good idea by reading the abstract. And let me share the important point of that abstract with you. While the first part of that is right, that this research is about people experiencing child sexual abuse and them becoming from victim to abuser. But what does this abstract say? Or you can read the whole page as well. We undertook a comprehensive literature review of studies on both victims and offenders, including studies of revealed the following: age of onset of CSA, the duration of abuse, gender of the abuser, and so many other factors. While we found no evidence for the existence of a cycle of abuse for female CSS victims, we found evidence to support the cycle of abuse for male CSA victims who had experienced particular abuse characteristics. So the statement that he's making that there is a direct correlation between CSA and child sexual abuse and becoming an abuser, that doesn't like actually follow in this part over here, because there is no direct relationship. There is something else to be involved over here. If the female do not there is no evidence of female becoming an abuser when they themselves experience child sexual abuse, but there is evidence of male becoming abusers when they themselves experience child sexual abuse. As an original contribution to this literature, this is an important part, we've identified four factors that may be associated with a boy's transition from victim to offender, as well as a methodological issues to be addressed in future research. Based on criminological theories, we argue that these four factors share a common theme, and that is they represent experience of power for the abuser and powerlessness for the victim. So again, the whole argument that people like me have been presenting is that it has nothing to do with sexualization. It has everything to do with the experience of power and the powerlessness of the victim. And the people who are negating those things are also quoting the research and misquoting the research in their videos, and thousands of people are watching them, and maybe like hundreds of people are presenting those as references. So I don't know like where to let out more of my frustration about this. That I don't. I'm not sure if even he read the whole research, or even like Saad read the whole research, or even like maybe went through the video in more detail. But over here, they are indicating that there is no direct correlation between child sexual abuse and uh, becoming an abuser or becoming a rapist. There is uh, another factor involved, and that is called experience of power. So that is the core issue to be dealt with, not कि किसी लड़की ने पहना क्या हुआ है. And also there's another statement that I would like to add. Even if we were to consider the sexualization part of it and the sexual frustration part of the argument from your side, it is not the horny that makes someone a rapist. एक नॉर्मल बंदे को हॉर्नी होता है, दे वॉच पॉर्न, दे masturbate or something like else, ठीक है, they release their sexual frustration somewhere else. What, it is not the horny that make the person a rapist, it is the thought that they can get away with it. That's what tips them over the edge. So that is what needs to be resolved. There has to be there has to be clear accountability for their actions. And I mean, just as an office holder, the prime minister should have been more concerned about what he can do to stop the rapist rather than to advise the victims about what they can wear or not wear. So that's my take on this, and I would really hope that people would start actually reading these researches जो कि वो अपने arguments में जो है ना ऐसे present कर देते हैं. If you, I mean, I would love to discuss this further अगर मैंने भी कहीं पे overstep किया तो.